Hey guys, it's Melissa Miller here from Naked and Afraid Season 7. You might also know me on Instagram as Pure Michigan Melissa. If not, you should totally follow me. I got a lot of cool survival tips and nature facts on that. I'm going to be doing some more advanced bow drill skills. We're going to be learning how to do a bow drill fire with oak wood. When people go for bow drills, when they do the hearth board, they typically go for things like poplar, cottonwood, cedar. I'm going to show you the difference between oak versus something that's more preferable like cedar. I'll start by showing you this is a red cedar fireboard. I actually kind of made this from a piece of lumber, but this is a really soft wood. It dusts a lot. This is what people usually go for when they are making a hearth board for a bow drill. But today we're going to be using a white oak board. I can tell it's hard because when I press my fingernail down in it, I can barely make an indentation. Whereas when I'm doing that with something like the cedar, it's really easy to make an indentation with your fingernail. So this produces a lot of dust when it's drilled into. This, on the other hand, doesn't. So we're going to do a bit different of a technique to get an ember. So I just put a bunch of dry grass right here. I'm going to be putting my board down here, but I want to create that space between this damp, moist ground. And so I just kind of made a platform. Always make a platform if the ground is damp. So I'm laying my hearth board right down here, and I'm just going to make sure that I have a nice freshly cut spindle. I'm going to sharpen it a little bit. So I want to really eliminate any of that built up black part because this doesn't create a lot of dust, and this actually is a red cedar spindle, believe it or not. So I'm going to create an ember with this, and this is actually softer than this, but it's possible to create an ember. I'm also going to make sure that it's thinner around here, because if it gets too thick, when I start to go down in my hole, if it gets too thick, it's going to stop. This is not going to allow this red cedar to push through. So I'm going to just kind of make this a little bit more narrower up here. But it's good to practice with different types of woods. If you're in a situation where you only have oak wood, it's a good idea to know how to do a friction fire. So I just have a nice even tip point carved on my spindle, and we're gonna get to work here and see if we can make a fire. Walking through a lot of mud, so I'm taking my shoes off and my socks. There's a lot of moisture in them. We're gonna go barefoot today. To get in my proper bow drill position, I like to put my foot right up against the hole. So my hole and notch is right here. I have a perfect 45-degree angle for my notch. Notches are super important, especially when you're dealing with a difficult wood. So pay attention to carving your notch. It's huge. Okay, so with me I just have a bow drill I made out of ash wood, some orange 550 paracord. We're gonna string our cedar drill into it nice and tight. You really want to make sure you have good grip on this because you want this string to be tight, especially for a hardwood fire, because you're going to be putting tons of pressure on this. You want this to have a really tight grip. My knee is about at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to extend it back just a little bit, and then this knee and leg is going to be at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to be directly over my handhold, and I'm going to be using a lot of my body weight to apply this pressure down because, like I said, I'm going to need a lot of pressure to get an ember from a hardwood. Is when I do a softwood, I generally kind of ease into it. So if I were to do a friction fire in this, it would be more of an ease, and then I would start to speed up. With something like oak, right away I'm going to be pushing down extremely hard and moving extremely fast. I'm going to be giving full effort because by the time I tire out, hopefully I'll have an ember. But right off the bat, I'm going to go hard. Use your upper body. Use your upper body to push down on the hearth board. Work smarter, not harder. Get your body in position, have good form, and you are going to push as hard as you can. And here we go. So right from the start, I'm just pushing really hard. And I'm probably going to get quiet in a second because I'm going to start to get tired. I'm pushing until I can go no longer. And it's already slipping. Uh-oh. There we go. Started to slip, so all I did was move my hand up and tighten my cord. Oh, shit. My forearm's screaming right now. So I'm gonna keep going so I have no more left in me. Okay, let's just hope. We're gonna give it up. We're gonna move, hopefully have a little air to breathe. And I can already tell if we come in a little bit closer that we have an ember that is slowly but surely forming under there. And I'm gonna give it a little bit of oxygen because there's some dust that has built up over it. And I want you to look at this. Even with the cedar drill, I was able to go all the way through with my oak. And I kept having to move my hand up and further. So by the end of that, my string was about this long. While that's forming, I'm not gonna rush. I'm letting that ember build and get strong. There you have it, fire! Hopefully I was able to teach you something. Remember, use lots of pressure and use your upper body as weight. Instead of tiring your forearm, push down with your upper body, sink that weight into the board. Use good form and right off the bat, go fast, hard, and strong. There, be like, I think this is a great look for me. I'm just gonna walk around with one boot and so if I ever need to do a bow drill fire, I can just pick, bam!
Are you done?
No, we're never done. It's been a long day and you just made a good fire, so now you can take a nice nap and get blinded by the sun, but get a good tan. What?
You said you're calling yourself it.
What?
You're like, just take a video. It doesn't care.